Wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Muhammad Taufiq Hidayatullah. My ID number is T2019-6037. I'm from TBI1. So today I want to tell you about the chapter 3 about equivalence and equivalent effects. The new debate revolves around certain key linguistic issues. In the 1950 and 1960, for more systematic analysis, the most prominent were those of meaning and equivalence, discussed in Roman Jacobson in 1959. In Structuralist, Roman Jacobson described three kinds of translation: interlingual, intralingual, and intersemiotic, which interlingual referring to translation between two different written science systems. Jacobson goes on to examine key issues of this type of translation, notably linguistic meaning and equivalence. Jacobson followed the theory of language proposed by the famous Swiss linguist Saussure. Saussure distinguished between the linguistic system, language, and specific individual utterance, parole. He differentiated between the signifier, the spoken and written signal, and the signified, the concept, which together create the linguistic sign. Jacobson then moved on to consider the theory problem of the equivalence in meaning between words in different language. Part of Saussure parole in Russian that will be Tvarog and not Sir. On the one hand, linguistic universalism considers that although language may differ in the way convey meaning and in the surface realism of the meaning, there is a shared way thinking and experiencing the world. On the one hand, linguistic relatively or determinism in its strongest from claims that differences in language show different conceptualism of the world. This is the famous Sapir-Whorf hypothesis that had its roots in the behaviorism on the 1920 and in the anthropological study on the Native American Hopi language. Full linguistic relativity would mean that translation was impossible, but of course, translation does occur in all sorts of different contexts and language pairs. In Jacobson's description, interlanguage translation involves subtext message in one language not for separate code unit, but for intra-message in some other language. Thus, a translation of codec keys would not be the TT unit for the codec plus the unit for keys. For the message to be equivalent in ST and TT, the coder units will necessarily be different since they belong to two different sign systems language which partition reality differently. For Jacobson, cross-linguistic differences which underlie the concept of equivalence center around obligatory differences which underlie the concept of equivalence. The language differ essentially in what they must convey and not in what they may convey. Examples of differences are easy to find. They occur at the level of gender. For example, house is feminine in Romance language. Neither is German and English. Honey is masculine in French, German, and Italian. Feminine in Spanish, neuter in English, etc. The level of aspect. In Russian, the verb morphology varies according to whether the action has been completed or not. The level of systematic files, such as kinship terms, the German Geschwister is normally explicated in English as brother and sister, since sibling is rather formal. Similarly, in Chinese, it will be literally meaning elder brother, younger sister, younger sister. Eugene Nida's theory of translation developed from his own practical work from 1940 onwards when he was translating and organizing the translation of the Bible. Training often inexperienced translation who worked in the field. The title of the first book is signifying. Nida attempts to move Bible translation into a more scientific era by incorporating recent work in linguistics. His more systematic approach borrows theoretical concepts and terminology both from semantics and pragmatics and from Noam Chomsky work on synthetic structure which from the theory of a universal generative. Transformational grammar. Chomsky generative transformational model analyzes sentence into a series of related levels, governed by rules. In very simplified form, the key features of this model can be summarized as follows. First is phrase structure. Rules generate an underlying or deep structure which is transformed by transformational rules, relating one underlying structure to another, to produce a final surface structure, which itself is subject to phonological and morphemic rules. The most basic of such structure are kernel sentences, which are simple, active, declarative sentences that require the minimum of transformation. Nida incorporates key features of Chomsky model into his science of translation. In particular, Nida says that it provides the translator with a technique for decoding the ST and a procedure for encoding the TT, just as kernel sentences were the most basic structure of Chomsky's initial model. So for Nida and Tabor, kernels are the basic structural elements out of the which language built its elaborate surface structure. Kernels are to be obtained from ST surface structure by the architective process of back transformation. This entails analysis using generative transformational grammar for types of functional class. First is even, often but not always performed by verbs. For example, run, fall, grow, and think. 2. Objects, often but not always performed by nouns. For example, man, horse, mountain, and table. 3. Abstract, quantities and qualities including adjective and adverbs. For example, red, length, slowly. 4. Relational, including affixes, preposition, conjunction, and copulus. Example, pray, into, of, and, because, and be. Central to Nida's work is the move away from the old idea that a word has a fixed meaning and towards a functional definition of meaning, in which a word acquires meaning through its context and can produce varying response according to culture. Meaning is broken down into a following. First is linguistic meaning, the relationship between different linguistic structure, borrowing elements or Chomsky model. Nida provides example to show how the meaning clearly differ even where similar classes of words are used. For instance, the following three expressions with the possessive pronoun his all have different meaning. His house, for example, his house means he possesses a house. His journey equals he performed a journey, and his kindness is a quality of him. 2. Referential meaning. The denotative dictionary meaning, the son donates a male child. 3. Emotive or connotative meaning. The association a word produced, so in the price, don't worry about that son. The word son is a term of endearment of may in same context be patronizing. So that's what can I can tell you about the chapter 3. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.